Hey guitar friends, welcome to All About Guitar Academy. You know, rock music is ageless and retirement is the perfect time to discover it or rediscover it. So today we're going to talk about guitar after 50, rocking in retirement. And that's coming right up quicker than you can say rock and roll. Hey, welcome back guitar friends. Today we're going to talk about rocking in retirement. And this is an exciting subject for me because that's exactly what I decided to do when I took an early retirement at the age of 55 so that I could take care of my aging parents and also revisit some of the things that I enjoyed so much in my life, which was music. You see, on the weekends, I usually played on the worship team at churches, and I also did recording as a recording session guitarist. And I was in several bands throughout my years of growing up and playing guitar. And I thought, you know, now that I'm retired, this is the perfect time to revisit that passion. And I'm so glad that I did. I'm so blessed that I was able to, and I'm still doing it today. And that's why I'm talking to you right now, because I think that if you're watching this video, you're either already retired or you're thinking about retirement, you're this close and you can't decide. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should go for it. So let's look at the number 1 reason out of the 5. All right, my number 1 reason that I suggest you go for it in retirement is because you want to rekindle your passion. I've always been passionate about music. So when I retired, I set out on a mission to teach 1 million people how to play the guitar. Now, I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it, and thank you for helping me by watching this video. But I would encourage you, think about what is your mission in life now? Now that you've retired or you're thinking about retiring, what is it that you want to do? Do you want to travel primarily? Do you want to spend more time with family? Do you want to learn how to play the guitar or learn a musical instrument? What is it that you really want to do? And put an action plan together of how you're going to do that. Now, I'm not going to give you any financial advice today because I retired from that years ago, but I will tell you from my heart and soul, I'll give you some advice here. Go for it. If that's what you want to do, you should do it. You've retired. You deserve to go after your goals and what you're really passionate about. So to rekindle your passion, if it's with the guitar, I would like to make a few suggestions, and that's going to take us to the number 2 reason why I think you should go for it and rock in your retirement. The number 2 reason that I would like to propose to you that music is good in your retirement years is because it's good for your cognitive ability. Learning guitar takes a lot of focus and attention from your brain, both sides of your brain, by the way, to focus and learn and build your muscle memory as you're learning notes, as you're learning scales, as you're learning chords, as you're learning songs, learning how to write songs, put lyrics together. All of that uses the functions that are in your brain. So it keeps your brain healthy and alive. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not trying to give you medical advice here, but I will tell you this. I have a lot of students out there that are over 70, over 80, even one in their 90s that told me just the other day, music, playing the guitar is what's keeping him going. And I was like, wow, that's incredible. So I'm just telling you from experience. And there are studies. Do a search online. Ask the question, is learning guitar good for your cognitive abilities? And I think you're going to be surprised at what you find. So not only is the number 2 reason to improve your cognitive ability in your retirement years a good thing to do, but that takes us to reason number 3. All right, number 3, and I'm going to say because it's very rewarding. And I already know some of you out there are going to say, no, it's not. I tried it. It was hard. It was difficult. I didn't like it. My fingers hurt, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I get it. And that's the way it was when I first started out as well. So if you're in that kind of mind frame, hey, I don't know what to tell you. You just got to keep on trying. I tell you what, there's so many people that I talk to, students and also people that watch this channel, and in the comments that I read, I know it's rewarding because of what you're telling me and what you're showing me when you learn to do certain things. And I also know it because for my own personal life, my own personal experience, playing guitar is very, very rewarding. It can also be very, very useful in a marriage or a relationship, because if you write a song for that special, significant person, usually, if it's a good enough song, they're going to really appreciate what you've done. And you're going to appreciate it. You're going to feel like you accomplished something. So writing songs on guitar is very rewarding. Is it easy? No, not at first. It gets much, much easier, though, the more you learn the chords and the more you learn melodies and things like that. So I'm not trying to get off on a writing music discussion here, but there's so many rewarding things about playing the guitar. And that takes us to number 4. And I would say number 4 is it can be profitable if you want it to be. If you're looking to have a side hustle or something in retirement that's going to bring extra income, learning to play the guitar can become profitable. And there's so many different ways. You can do gigs at clubs, you can start bands, you can play at church. Usually, if you play at church, they do pay you as a musician. Usually, it depends on the church you go to, but I've done it both ways. And whatever makes the most sense to you. You can teach lessons, which is what I've chosen to do in my retirement years. I'm very passionate about it. It's very rewarding, and I believe it's keeping me sharp and it's helping me perfect my guitar skills as I'm teaching others. You could also become a session musician. Now, I tried this for a while. I really enjoyed it. I just did not have the time to do it, but I've been on several people's albums, CDs. It was a very rewarding experience to be able to help somebody create something by adding a guitar solo or adding a riff. And there is still a need for that today, even in today's world. Maybe not as much as in the old days, but being a session recording guitarist is still available. There are people looking for session guitarists. You can also become a songwriter. Back to the songwriting aspect of this thing. Writing songs can be very profitable as well. If you get really good at it and you write songs very well, you can write songs for other musicians, other bands. They will pay you money to write a song for them. Also, becoming really good at recording. If you can do demo recordings, I did a lot of this in my younger years where somebody would come to me with an idea and they needed a demo, and I would help them record their song. And it didn't matter if it was rock music. I did country music. I did easy listening stuff. I did rhythm and blues, all different genres of music. It was very fun for me as a musician, and it was very, very rewarding to see how happy the other person was when I was able to give them their demo tape. So yes, making demos is still a profitable thing that you can do in your retirement years. But I'm curious to hear what you know about making income from learning guitar. Anybody out there wants to comment, please do. We read all of your comments and they're very helpful for the rest of the guitar community here. So we want to hear what you have to say. So here comes the big number 5. And number 5, I would say, is because you have more time now. If you have retired or you're thinking about retiring, you're going to have extra time on your hands. I know when I first retired, I was like, wow, I'm busier than I was when I was working. And it's true because I had so many responsibilities. But you know what? I learned as the years went by that I really do have more time now. It's just I have to be a good manager of my time. And I've learned how to do that. And I encourage you to do the same if you're thinking about going for this in your retirement years. Retirees are in a really good position to learn, to practice guitar. You may feel like you're older now, but you have more time. And time is way more valuable than money. You have less responsibilities, most likely, and it's most likely going to rekindle your passion for life and for discovery and for accomplishing things that you want to accomplish. It just makes you feel good. And I'm going to throw out there, in case you are just starting to learn, or you're thinking about starting to learn, somebody told you you're too old, or you think that you don't have enough time, but now you're retired and you do have enough time, get my free ebook. It's called Fast Track Guitar. You can get it at allaboutguitaracademy.com and learn how to play the guitar in 6 weeks or less, or just take your time. But the fundamentals of this book are very easy to follow. People who have downloaded the ebook and have taken my course have told me that they've learned, one of my students learned in 4 weeks, and he's retired. And it was so funny because he told me the reason he didn't have success with learning guitar before is because it hurt his fingers. Well, guess what? Fast Track Guitar primarily focuses on 2-finger chords. So it doesn't matter if you've got injuries or you've got setbacks, whatever they are, it's an easy way to learn to play the guitar. So I hope to see you there. All right, so let's recap this lesson today. Number 1, you can rekindle your passion in your retirement years by learning to play guitar, or going back to guitar, or continuing on your guitar journey. Number 2, it's good for your brain. It's good for your cognitive abilities. And studies show that learning to play a musical instrument in your retirement years can be very good for you. Number 3, it's very rewarding in so many different ways. And number 4, it can actually be profitable. You can earn money playing guitar. And finally, number 5, you have more time, my friend. You should, at least, hopefully, if you are in your retirement years. And if you don't have the time, make some extra time. You can always find 5 to 10 minutes a day to play. I would love to hear from you and what your comments are, your tips and suggestions for the benefit of the rest of our guitar community here. And I can't wait to see you in the next video.